Alright, I'm over here. I'll be right there. Here's what we're going to do today. I got my little parts cleaner here, and I have some pistons in here cleaning themselves up, degreasing. You guys in view there? Let me see. There you go. Is that a little better? Yeah, these have been sitting here for a couple days. My buddy Colin, 583, sent these to me, and I was going to make a shifter out of one, gear shift knob. So let me clean these up and we'll look at them, and then I'll tell you what our plan is. I figured maybe I'd just take you along for the ride. Alright. Yeah, I cleaned these up. I didn't actually, all I do is just degrease them and dry them up a little bit, but I've been looking them over. You guys still in view here? Thinking about how I'm going to attach it to the shifter. And I came up with a couple of options there. What would be easy is, this one has a wrist pin in it, and all I would have to do is tap it. Here's the size of the shifter. It's a 3/8/24 thread. And this wrist pin don't look much bigger, but I could get that. I could center that, and I could get that to work, and then just Loctite that wrist pin in place once I center it, you know. And I think that might be the way to go. And then I was also looking through my pile of scrap. I could just send a big aluminum piece in there. I got a piece that fits right in there. It'll even hold it in place. You know, I could stick that in there, and then I could drill through the side here and put the steel wrist pin in there, because I kind of like the look of the wrist pin and the spring clips. So I think I might keep the wrist pin and the spring clips, and I'm not sure, but that wrist pin might be hardened, so I would have to make another wrist pin out of aluminum if I wanted to drill it and just put it in there. So I got a lot to think about. And if I did put this in here and just drill that through there, that would actually hold that in place, and then I would just have to lop it off on the bottom and thread it. So let me know what you guys think. I think I'm not sure. I like the look of the rings on there too. You know, this one has two good rings. I also decided which piston I'm going to use. These pistons look identical, but they're not. They're actually, one is actually an eighth. I'm going to turn it this way for you. An eighth bigger or longer than the other. And you wouldn't notice it on a shifter, but when you look side by side, the longer one actually looks better. And it's in better shape. It'll clean up nicer, because this one's a little scored on the sides, which doesn't make, you know what difference does it make? I'm only gonna use it when when the truck is at shows and stuff, you know, just for decorations, because I don't know how well that would feel shifting, but that's where we're at now. So let me see if I get this wrist pin out, and we'll see if that's hardened. And this was frozen up, but it unfroze. Seems to be good. Good connecting rod too. Yeah. Alright, let me take that wrist pin out there, and we'll look it over, because like I said, that's the piston we're going to use. Alright, here's where we're at. I took the connecting rod out and cleaned this up a little bit. I even took the stuck ring out and cleaned this up. And it's actually a pretty nice piston. You know, I mean, it's got some real light scores on the side, but I would put this back in an engine, but hey, Colin gave it to me to put in the truck, and that's what we're going to do. So I took the wrist pin out, and sure enough, it's hardened, just as I suspected. And a couple of you guys probably wondering, how could you tell it's hardened? You run a file over it, and it'll just skate right over there. You know, you're not gonna get any kind of grip or anything out of it. And that's how you tell if something's hardened. Remember, the file is your friend. Not only is it file, it'll tell you if you have something hardened. So I'm gonna have to make a wrist pin. I was gonna make it out of I found a 1/2 inch bolt, and I was gonna take the shoulder out, but then I found some 1/2 inch stock over in the corner there, and I think I'll use that. So I'll cut that down in size. And the hole on this is a 1/2 inch, which means the wrist pin itself's got to be slightly under. Same with this. This is a 1/2 inch, and that's a 1/2 inch hole. So you know it's not going to fit unless I clean it up a little bit with some sandpaper. So I may stick that in the lathe and just run it down a little bit. But that's where we're at. So let me cut this little slug, and then we'll put some holes in it and tap it. Alright, I decided to drill a hole in this and tap it first instead of having to deal with a little 1 1/2 inch and 5/8 stud there, blank. And I figured I'd cut that, make it easy on myself. Got a pretty good, pretty dead center there, huh? And pretty square. I'm just kidding, that wasn't me. They sell all kinds of gauges and guides and everything to get stuff straight on a round stock, so anybody could do that. Alright, I'm going to cut that off and then put it in the lathe and cut it down to the length I need. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright, I got that pin done. Looks pretty good. And fits in there. A little bolt in here. There we go. It's crooked. My bolt's crooked. Cross-threaded it. Now I put it on the other side, it's a little easier. Alright, so we got that. I don't have the springs on the side, the spring clips, but you know, yeah. Before I don't know if I'm going to epoxy it or just Loctite it or what when it gets in there, you know. But I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to keep it straight or cock it back a little bit, you know, because the shifter itself actually cocks back. So we'll see. So before I do that, that's the last thing I'll do. But I guess our next step now is polish this up. See how nice and shiny we can get that. Alright, but I'm going to go to dinner first and then we'll come back. Alright, see you when we get back. Alright, we're back. It's been a few days. Been out to a show and stuff like that. So I think where we're going to go now is, I think I might try and put this in a lathe. I don't think it'll fit this way. I don't think my lathe will go open up 2 inches, but I think I might be able to grab it from the inside. So let's go over there and see, and then maybe we'll hit it with some 180 or 220 while it's spinning and see what it looks like. Alright, see you guys over the lathe. Alright, I got you up here. I don't know if you're going to vibrate when we turn this on or not. I got you stuck to the wall with a magnet. Like I say, I don't think it's going to fit in there that way, but got these little extensions here, and we'll see how that goes. And there we go. Can't put too much pressure on it because that's only aluminum. That'll snap. Feels like it's pretty good, so put this down. I got some 180 here, and then I got some 220. And like I say, we just want to see if we can get the grime off, and then maybe we'll wet sand it. So let's hope for the best. I don't think you need your earplugs. It's not too loud. Is this in the way? Let me get this out of the way. Alright, let's hope this don't come off and hit me in the face. Actually cleaning up pretty good. This is 220, it's a little bit finer. Alright, it's shining up pretty good. I'll try and get to the top here, and then we'll take it off and maybe, you know what? You're not going to see inside here, but I'm gonna actually glue or epoxy the rings on and make it look a little better. So let me see. Whoops, like that. Let's see if we can clean that up a little. Alright, yeah, that cleaned up enough that'll get the glue to stick. So, I'm going to polish this up. I'm going to see if I can polish that up a little better right here on the top. And then we're going to take it off, bring it over to the bench, and see what we can do about wet sanding that. Alright, I decided to stay over here. I've got some wet sandpaper. I got some, I don't know if you guys can see that. It's 220, 400, 1000, and 1500. So, I put a towel down on the lathe here, try to keep some of the moisture off it, and I got some water next to me, so what do you say we give that a try and see what that looks like? Here we go. Oh, I didn't turn these off. Alright. Alright, it's 220. It's looking pretty good. Alright. We say we're going to try 400 next. Alright, here's some 400. I guess really speeds things up. There are a couple of score marks, but I think they'll buff out, if you know what I mean. Alright. Here's 1000. tripping pretty good for 1,000. Actually cleaned up pretty nice. Alright, let's go with our 1500, and then we'll go over and put it on a buffer, and then use some mothers, put some mothers on it. Hold on, we're starting you up. Hold on. 1500. Even 1500. You don't think you're taking stuff off, but you are. That's pretty smooth. Alright, let's take it over to the buffer and see what we can do with that. Alright, I'll put you guys back here so you wouldn't get any of this in your eyes. If I put you over where you usually go, it would spit right in your face. So I just make it a little bit of noisy because this old buffing wheel rattles, but it still works. So what do you say we give it a try? A little better, huh? Almost lost it. It grabbed the hole, almost ripped it out of my hand. I'm going to dick around with this for a few minutes and then I'll turn these back on and show you what it looks like. Alright, yeah, that looks pretty good. Almost like a chrome finish. It is I would call it a chrome finish, but not maybe a mirror finish. See what it looks like under highlights. Yeah. Yeah, I'd say that's pretty good. Oh, let's get some mother's polish. Wow, just reflected in my eye. Let's get some mother's polish and see what that looks like. Alright, maybe put you back here and try to keep you in frame. Let's try a little mother's and see what it does. See, it's doing something. It's taking the black off, right? Not bad. Let's try a side here. I don't know if it's doubling it up or not. I don't know. I'm not into polishing. There's some guys that really know what they're doing when they do this kind of stuff, but not me. Maybe I get a little buffing wheel on a Dremel and see what we can do with that. Yeah, not bad. Let's put some light on it. That's pretty good, you know. I'm not looking for a mirror finish. I just wanted something to look clean. So let me clean this up a little. Maybe I'll put a little tiny buff wheel on the Dremel and see if that does any better. Alright, I'll be right back. Alright. Yeah, I'm going to call that good. I mean, there's guys out there that could do better, but for my purpose and what I'm going to do with this, it's fine. I don't know, maybe you can see the reflection of the pliers there. Let me put some light on it. Let me put some light on the subject here. Yeah, that's about as good as I'm going to do. You know, I'm not into this polishing stuff. I'm more into fabricating and stuff, so I'm going to throw some rings on there. I'm not going to glue them on yet, but I'm going to put the rings on. Clean up a set of rings, put them on there, and take it out to the truck, see what this thing looks like. Alright, I got the wrist pin in there and the spring clips. Boy, them spring clips wrestle, man. I don't think I ever had that much trouble putting spring clips in before. They usually just twist right in. But them guys gave me trouble. Alright, like I said, I got the rings on here, and they're just sitting on there. When I put them on permanent, I'm going to Loctite them in place, squeeze them together and Loctite them in place. But we're just going to try this on for size right now. And don't forget to go over there and check out my buddy Colin _ 583. That's his YouTube channel. He's a good kid. He's the one that sent me this piston plus a spare in case I broke one or I need that for something else. But anyway, he's got a good channel, and he can use some subscribers. We can all use some help, right? Alright, let's go out there and try this on for size. Look, you can almost see your reflection in there. It's all dirty. Let me see. Clean it up a little bit. Alright, it is what it is, right? Alright, let's go see what it looks like. Oops. Alright, looks like it's starting to snow out here a little bit. So, let's take a look at this and we'll go back inside. So, yeah, I'm liking it. I mean, it's the right size, and it'll fit my hand nice. Like I said, I'll probably only use that for shows and stuff, you know, because it looks cool. But that's it. So, like I said, I'm gonna glue them rings in and glue that in place there, and we're gonna call that good. So, Alright, what do you guys say? Enough of this? Alright, enough of this.